I have an important message to the people of Alberta. It's time we Albertans wake up and confront what is happening right in front of our eyes. We as a people have very little time left to make the most important decision of our lives, the decision to leave Canada as a province and create our own independent republic. We're at a point in time where our very existence as a people is going to be determined. There is an evil ideology that has taken over Canada, and this movement is gaining momentum at a pace that I believe has already taken Canada to the point of no return. We, the people of Alberta, have the opportunity to change the course of our destiny and right the path of destruction that will be the fate of other Canadians, but only if we act soon. Canadian politics was infiltrated by the Marxist movement in 1965 when Pierre Elliott Trudeau was first elected. The evil ideology he most admired has now had over half a century to indoctrinate and convert his liberal supporters into believing in that ideology. We have seen over and over how Eastern voters have continually accepted this ideology, never being wise enough to realize the indoctrination that they were being manipulated into was to advance his agenda. Where in the 1960s his agenda frightened the NDP as being too extreme because of his communist views, they have also grown to embrace this same ideology. I've watched over the decades what was once a conservative party in Canada shifting more and more to the left at every election cycle to appease the indoctrinated voters of the East in hopes of forming government. I believe today's Conservative Party is conservative in name only. If you're an Albertan that holds hope that the federal Conservatives will rescue this province from the destruction Carney's Liberals have planned for Alberta, you need to wake up. In 2017, Klaus Schwab, the founder of the World Economic Forum, boasted how he had infiltrated governments around the world. He spoke of how Justin Trudeau was one of his young global leaders and that half of Trudeau's cabinet were also part of his Young Global Leaders program. We need to remember that this is the same Klaus Schwab whose plan for you and I was to have nothing and be happy. Is this what you want as an Albertan? Justin Trudeau stepped up the pace of the movement his father started. The Liberals since 1968 haven't been able to destroy Christianity, a major step that needs to be accomplished for the completion of the Marxist takeover of Canada. Any of you that are my age or older should remember that Alberta was once known as the Bible Belt of Canada. This means, by virtue of being Albertan, we have been viewed as the enemy of the leftists in Ottawa for decades. The Liberals' Bill C9 is not to prevent anti-Semitism or Islamophobia, as they claim. The goal of this bill, as I believe, can be seen through their actions. It's the destruction of Christianity. This bill will be used to attack Christians for their faith, and it will be used in their efforts to subvert and destroy our foundational Christian values that have resulted in building Alberta into the great province we are. These Marxists have attacked Alberta economically for decades, have stolen our wealth, and have treated Albertans with the utmost contempt. I often hear people say how society has changed for the worse. This is the direct result of the infiltration of our institutions by these Marxists who have been working to undermine our foundational Christian values, and that needs to be stopped. These Marxists have directly caused the moral and ethical decline within our society. I see many young Albertans that have no belief system anymore, and you can see the moral and ethical decline as well as the mental health problems that's causing. Marxists have continually been undermining the family and the church for decades. It has been their plan. Look at the extremes this Marxist liberal government under Justin Trudeau went to divide families during the pandemic. I also remember Pierre Elliott Trudeau being the man that brought the "it's all about me" attitude into Canada that started this decline. It was Pierre Trudeau that brought homosexuality into mainstream society, claiming that it wasn't the business of the state to be in the bedrooms of the nation. I don't believe this was done to give people their rights. It was being used as a political tool to undermine and destroy family values and morality to advance his ideology of Marxism. Just look where that has taken us today. DEI, wokeness, the LGBTQ plus groups that are being used unwittingly as tools for these Marxists to accelerate the undermining and destruction of the nuclear family and our foundational institutions. They are normalizing pedophilia. They are indoctrinating elementary school children to accept that it's normal and fun for them to have sex with adults. What kind of sick person would do that? Pastors have been arrested for holding church services right here in Alberta, or for speaking out against the evil ideology these Marxists are using to destroy the foundational values of our homeland here in Alberta. Many tactics are being used to convert what was once a successful, healthy, happy Christian province into following their evil ideology, and we as Albertans need to stop it at our border. Albertans must not be afraid to step into the uncharted territory of creating our own nation. Canada is not the nation it once was. I don't believe it will ever again be that nation. It has changed forever, and the change has not been for the good of our people. If you're a true Albertan, then you need to join with your fellow Albertans, those freedom-loving citizens, and take that giant leap of faith toward the uncharted territory we need to enter and leave Canada behind so we can forge ahead to create the great nation we are destined to be.